What is going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and it is Hammer Week here on Body Bags.
Body Bags, where horror lies.
For Hammer Week, I decided to do the 1974 film Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. Directed by Terence Fisher, starring Peter Cushing as Dr. Frankenstein and David Prowse as the creature. In this film from Hammer, the sixth and final time Peter Cushing plays Dr. Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein is in an asylum, but he has blackmailed his way into becoming not a patient anymore, but the physician under an assumed name. When a new inmate comes in who is following in his footsteps and deemed insane, they both start work on a brand new creature, utilizing the body of a serial killer, brain of a genius, and the hands of a craftsman, of course picked from the inmate population of the insane asylum. And of course, things go horribly wrong. Once again, showing why we should not try to play God. Yeah, that's a real fucking insane concept, isn't it? Guys, honestly, this is a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. I have very much been enjoying my time exploring Hammer. I have never really been into Hammer films, and it's not because I didn't like them. It's because I just never watched any. I've watched quite a few of them over the last few weeks, and I am just fucking in love with Hammer. I cannot wait to watch more. I want to get all the Dracula movies, all the Frankensteins. I want to watch them again, then I want to watch them in sequence. I am just having a blast watching the Hammer films. Of course, there are things that we could say that are negatives. People could say that it looks cheap or it looks campy. But honestly, I loved every second of it. I think this was a very fun, very good film. I love Peter Cushing in the role of Victor Frankenstein. He is just so convincing, and he does so well. And having never seen the other Hammer films before, in this movie his hands are burned due to the fire, and he makes reference to it. And my mind automatically went to the Universal pictures. It could have been a follow-up to that film. All of the supporting cast was very good, very convincing, and they just did an excellent job. I loved the storyline of this. I loved how Dr. Frankenstein went from being the inmate to finding out some dirt on the director of the place to becoming the physician, changing his name, and now he's once again a free man. He does stay at the asylum, but honestly that's because it's convenient for him, because it's a way to front his experiments. And I just think that's brilliant. I thought it was a great movie. I absolutely loved it. I have no cons for it. The cinematography in it is great. The atmosphere in this movie is fantastic. It is so, I don't know if the right word is dark, but the right word is definitely moody. It's so moody and so intense, and I just love it. David Prowse as the creature shows once again why David Prowse is such a great physical actor. And I think, no wonder this guy became Darth Vader. I wonder if this is one of the films that George Lucas saw him in and was like, hey, that's my Darth Vader. Not a lot of gore in this movie, but what blood and gore there is done well. It's not overdone, and it's interesting to see. Most of it is surgical. Like, if you want to call it gore, it's medical gore, it's surgical gore. Like when they're removing the brain, that's pretty cool, It's just a very different kind of horror film, and it really fits in that Hammer motif. I had a blast with it. Peter Cushing, once again, does amazing in the role. He plays a good Dr. Frankenstein as he does a Van Helsing. And I cannot wait to see more of these films. So guys, I definitely recommend Frankenstein and the Creature from Hell from Hammer Horror. Go and check it out. I am BroncoJuggalo on behalf of Body Bags saying peace.
Things that I wouldn't do to taste your blood.